Imagine a miniature courtyard perfectly leveled with fine white sand. There are no ridges or footprints, just an unbroken expanse of physical and mental stillness. Into this quiet space squeezes our fluffy architect, a creature built for frantic burrowing, stepping out onto a stage designed for quiet contemplation. We expect Zen gardens to be defined by rigid symmetry and highly intentional human design. But this animal operates purely on instinct, driven by a natural surplus of erratic energy. To bridge that gap, we introduce a simple mechanism. We carefully attach a miniature, custom-weighted bamboo rake to a small harness on his back. The moment those soft paws press into the smooth surface, the grains shift. You can almost hear the rhythmic crunch of the minerals as the first steps are taken. Breaking that perfect surface feels counterintuitive, but disrupting the flat plane is the required mechanical action to begin actually constructing a landscape of peace. From above, the random wandering takes on a distinct shape. The path transforms into sprawling circular lines, carved deep into the sand. This diagram shows the specific physics at work. Because the rake is precisely weighted, the wooden teeth pull through the granular layer at a constant depth. It forces perfectly uniform valleys and ridges, neutralizing the irregular, bouncing gait of the animal wearing it. Up close, navigating sharp 90-degree corners demands intense physiological focus. Whiskers twitch rapidly to measure the proximity of the wooden walls, guiding the turn. Round and round he goes. Each looping path overlaps the last, and slowly those deep ridges begin to consume the empty space through sheer repetition. The rake serves as a mechanical translator. It takes a small mammal's chaotic kinetic energy and outputs a highly structured, meditative rhythm. Along the edge of the courtyard sit a handful of smooth, heavy river stones, waiting to be integrated into the layout. There is no premeditated aesthetic blueprint for where these rocks belong. The choices are driven entirely by scent mapping and intense tactile curiosity. Moving these objects requires immense physical effort, a tiny body straining heavily against dense mass, fighting to slide a rock toward the garden's center. It creates a stark visual contrast. On one side, the unyielding stillness of the dark rock. On the other, the vibrating, frantic softness of the fur pushing against it. Eventually, the pushing stops. The heavy stones are left scattered across the white landscape in an unexpectedly balanced, natural configuration. Spatial harmony in this miniature garden is achieved by letting pure instinctual effort run its course until the materials find their natural resting state. The labor suddenly ceases. The creator simply sits down right in the middle of his carefully raked geometry, crushing the crisp parallel lines underneath him. This diagram illustrates the core aesthetic of wabi-sabi. It's a Japanese philosophy that actively appreciates the flawed, impermanent, and incomplete. Those stray paw prints aren't mistakes. They are organic interference that breaks up rigidity, adding genuine authenticity to the design. Sitting amidst the disrupted lines, he begins a meticulous self-grooming routine. He scrubs his face and fur, mirroring the ordering process applied to the environment. A flawlessly executed, untouched space is ultimately sterile. It requires the unpredictable, messy interactions of a living creature to actually fill the garden with warmth. The harsh, analytical daylight fades out, replaced by a soft, warm evening glow that signals the close of the maintenance cycle. We pull back to take in the complete picture. The landscape is a sprawling network of curved valleys and carefully anchored stones. Having finished his work, the little monk practices complete detachment. He turns away from the intricate patterns without a single backward glance and disappears into the quiet dark of his wooden den. The courtyard is left perfectly still. All motion has ceased, yet the sand permanently holds the physical memory of his rhythmic effort. True tranquility cannot be forced through strict control. You achieve it by simply watching and accepting the beautiful rhythmic imperfections unfolding right in front of you.